Hello, my power year number threes. If you have followed the calculations in the information box below and you have concluded you're a power year number three, then wow, you're at the right place. Hey, threes, it's a coincidence, but this month of September 2019, you're in the month of three too. Now, three is supposed to and usually represents fun, flirty, nothing too heavy. However, I find in my travels that three can also bring some drama to your life. Now, if you are a working actor or singer or promotional speaker, anything like that, even publishing or writing, it's a great year for you, three, and it's going to be a great month for you too if you're in that industry. Aside from that, in our reading today, we're going to take a look at if you've got a job, if you're looking for a job, if you've got a relationship, if you're looking for a relationship, and then what's the best possible outcome we can expect for you threes in any given situation. Okay, I do have a couple of special days for you threes in the month of September 2019, and I'm going to give them to you now. You can jot them down or you can just remember certain days that you want to remember. So, in the month of three for September, best days for job or finances will be September 1st, 4th, 10th, 14th, 19th, 23rd, and 28th. Okay, threes? Best days for romance will be September 3rd, September 12th, September 21st, and September 29th. Best days for surprises, threes, or unexpected events, September 8th, September 17th, and September 26th. Now, in the month of three, well, in every month, threes, your special days are the 9th, the 18th, and the 27th. Yay! So those are days, really focus on trying to get things done or make an effect on things, or maybe you get some feedback on things that went well for you. One little plug I want to do. I don't like to waste your time. Your time is very important to me, and I don't like to waste it, but I hope I'm not. In the month of October, I'll be doing 4 special segments, and there'll be something like, on YouTube, something like Jemma's Window, New Jersey True Ghost Stories, something like that. Now, it doesn't have to be New Jersey. If your story's out of state, please give it to me, but that's what I'm asking for. Any true ghost stories that you know that happened to you or your grandmother or the plumber. I don't mind too. I just want it to be true. And you can hop onto my website at gemmaswindow.com and you can write it out for me there, or we can set up a time to chat. I would love to have them, please, because I'm going to be reading them. I'm going to be reading them right here on YouTube. So I already did shuffle, and let's take a look at, for those of you who are working and you are a 3 in this month of September, what's going on at the workplace? What I've got here, threes, is this is going to be a month of other people where they either get assigned to you or you're forced to work with them. And I just feel like whatever the instance is going on, you would rather work alone, and you know that you could do it better alone, or maybe you get assigned a new supervisor, and you know that you could do it better than them. You don't need somebody watching over your shoulder, or you'd like to work from home, but people insist that you work on the job, or there's some kind of changes that are cramping your style. And unfortunately, I'm not getting an outcome that's any different than that, threes. I feel like this month of 3 of September is just a cramping your style in the workplace, where you just feel like, oh, enough of this and enough of that one and enough of their issues, and why do I have to listen to it or be involved with it? And apparently just in this month you do. So I feel like it's not just one source either. I feel like there can be up to 3 different people or situations at the workplace, but you still shine and you are respected. So just try to get through it for this month of September. And that's what I have, and that's what I'm going to leave it as. Please take the information and tweak it to your situation, but just don't change the outcome. That's all. So now we're going to look at threes who are looking for work, and what we've got is you're trying to keep your morale up, and you're trying to keep things going, and things are moving so slow, and they're supposed to. Threes, they're just supposed to, and I wish I could tell you that it wraps up in a different way, but for the month of September, it looks to me as that it's all like it was coming on maybe really well, and it was going really well, and maybe it is, and you've got this contact or this idea, and you got your nerve up, and you're going for it. And if you haven't done that yet, threes, it's in your cards for September. So go ahead and get your nerve up. Find those new relationships. Reach out to them. Do it. But don't expect a quick turnaround. It kind of just... This is my card. I call this card the card that... spinning your wheels, where you feel like you've done everything or you're doing everything, but nothing's happening. And I tell my clients that's not true. Something is always happening. It's happening behind the scenes. It's happening a little slower. It's meant to for some reason. Please hang in there and definitely keep pursuing new relationships and new ideas for your future job. Now let's take a look at love. And for those of you who are in a relationship, we're going to look at you first, and then we're going to take a look at people who are hoping to be in one. This is very interesting for you, threes. Again, there's more drama for you, even in ways of romance for the month of September. And I just feel like you keep going back. Okay, so this is also lending itself to people who keep reuniting, or you want to keep reuniting. You just don't want to say goodbye. And I feel like it's or maybe someone is doing this to you, and every time they come back, they're back for 5 minutes and then they have to leave again. I want to tell you that in these instances, it's more of the same coming into your future. So you're in this month of September, but I'm getting the card of moving into the future months. If you keep going, well, sometimes you're going along with it because you're hoping it's going to work out. For some of you, it may be the first reconciliation, or it might be the third time you compromised with a loved one about something that you felt wasn't really going to work out, but you did it anyway because you didn't want to hear, the fighting or see somebody's attitude. But you're constantly left with this feeling of dread, of, I just know this isn't going to happen, or this isn't going to work, or along those lines. In this month of September, that's where we're leaving you. We're leaving you with that anxiety and depression of moving forward. So when you are repeating a situation in your love lives, and it has to do with an ongoing relationship or one that's up and down or back and forth, it's going to continue open-ended and causing you upset at this point and in this month of September, threes. Let's look at those of you who are looking for romance. And I do care, so just because I move on to the next section, it doesn't mean that I don't care. And I do. I'd love to give you a perfect read that's happy and happy-go-lucky. But I will tell you this. When you're moving into the month of 4 in October, and that's a month of where you make harsh, heavy decisions about commitments. So it will be interesting to see what happens for you in the month of October. Okay, those of you looking for relationship in this month of September, and you are a power year number 3, Let's take a look. Um, Threes, I feel like this is saying that you need time on your own. I think this is the first time I've ever gotten this. I think ever in my life for doing a reading. It's saying that this isn't the month for you to worry about the next love relationship, because it's actually a month of healing for you, or a month of learning something about yourself and liking yourself better. It's a month of taking the initiative and saying, I'm not sitting here waiting for a phone call, because I'm actually going to turn my phone off because I need time to myself. So you make the rules. You make the boundaries, and ironically, that card coming into being is the boundary card, where don't let anything take off too quickly, threes. It's a time for self-reflection or healing for you in this month of September. But it's really nice. It's not, no, it's not boring. No, it's not. Because it's a time where somehow, some way, something comes to you or enters your life and makes you feel stronger and realize what you really, really want, or realize what's really, really better for you, a better type of person or a better situation. And that's a really positive, lucky thing. That's a good thing, threes. Let's move to the final frontier of think of any situation, and you can ask again about work, or you can ask about relationship. And if you have to pause this to think of a specific question, do it, because the more specific your question, the more specific the answer. So go right ahead and pause. Okay, here we go. I hope you're back. And let's take a look. Oh, remember, 2 threes, you can also ask for someone else. If your sister or someone is having a hard time with something, or there's a health situation, anything at all, you can ask. But the more specific you are, the more you can take the words that I give you and make it fit your answer that you want. So here we go. Okay. Okay. The center card, which is the situation at hand, or what's really going to probably be the bottom line, is the Lover's card. We're going to get back to the meaning of it when it pertains to love. But the first meaning I want to give overall to everybody is that there's a decision that you have to make, and only you can make. Or whoever the question is about. There's a decision that someone has to make, and only they can make it. If it pertains to love, I do feel like it's a decision between people, or a decision on whether or not you're going to continue with a situation. Now, what I have happening is that you've seen the writing on the wall, you've heard the stories, or you have an idea of what is going on, and you have an idea of how it's going to go, and the cards are saying, so use that information to make the decision that you need to make. Ultimately, what happens is a fabulous card of the perfect partnership card. That could be a perfect relationship card, and it could be a perfect partnership as far as work. It could be the perfect town if you've always wanted to move and that's what you're talking about, or someone wanted to change doctors. You have the ability of something to really, really work out for you if you're honest with yourself and you're honest with others, and you actually make a move. And that is for the month of September. The advice is to make a move. Go ahead, make it. Make the decision, make the move in the month of December, and watch how things work out for you. Now, the month of October, like I said, you're in that month of 4, and that's a hard working month, and it may work out for you by that October time. Of course, if I knew your questions, I could be more specific. But we're going to leave it at that, because I think you have a fairly dramatic reading. I just don't think it's a calm reading at all. But one thing that's interesting here is I do feel like the ball is in your court, threes, for the month of September. But I do feel like the general thrust here in September is that you have some decisions that you have to make. Again, I thank you so much for joining Gemma's Window. It's been my pleasure, threes. And please jump on to my website for any more information about me or to give me those wonderful true ghost stories you have. That website being gemmaswindow.com. Please subscribe if you haven't. I would love to have you. And I'll see you next time. Bye-bye for now, threes.